Slang is just a trendy way to speak with someone, and that's definitely different words and phrases that you can avoid saying because they are certainly just not elegant and not classy. Hello! Welcome to The Modern Lady, where you'll learn how to elevate your life with elegance. I'm Deborah. If you're new to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button so that you can get an update when I've got a new video to share. I post new videos every single week, and you certainly want to subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you can find out when I've got more elegant inspiration to share. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. I so appreciate your love and support for my channel. So thank you, ladies, for joining and for coming back to The Modern Lady today. Today's video is about some unladylike phrases to avoid saying. They are quite common in today's society, and I want to share with you 5 phrases to avoid saying because they are just not elegant or classy. And these are some things to make sure that if they slip up, you start to notice and recognize so that you can build new habits and have more elegant conversations with others. The first thing to avoid saying, because it's certainly just unladylike and never becoming, is cursing. Cursing like a sailor is a phrase that we often hear, and it's just never elegant to use profanity and foul language anywhere. If you're at home with your spouse, with your husband, with your children, if you're talking to a pet, if you're on the phone with friends or family, if you're at work, it's never really appropriate or classy or elegant to use profanity and cursing language. And so that's best to avoid when you want to maintain your femininity and your elegance and your classy presence. The second thing to avoid saying in elegant conversations is gossip. I've talked about gossip quite a few times here on the Modern Lady YouTube channel, and it's also worth mentioning here because it is important to know that gossip is never positive and it's never elegant and classy when you want to maintain your elegant presence. So it's really important to avoid gossiping, speaking negatively about others, sharing things that you've maybe heard someone say or someone tell you, but you're not sure that it's a true fact, it's an opinion, or it's just something you heard from someone else that maybe someone told them. Gossip is never a positive way to contribute to a conversation, and it's really something best to avoid when you want to be elegant. So being elegant is about being positive and being a person who really focuses on being kind. And gossiping is not a kind way to contribute to a conversation. So that's definitely something that you want to avoid. Truly elegant women, they talk about ideas and concepts, not people. So that's something to remember when you want to maintain your elegant presence with others. The third thing that is unladylike to avoid saying in conversations is slang. Slang terms like, I don't even know the slang terms right now to be able to give you a lot of examples, but I know last year one slang word was lit. That party was so lit. Your outfit is so lit. Your hair is lit. Being able to speak with proper terms using adjectives that are in the dictionary is a really great way for you to maintain being elegant and being classy. Slang is something that I think about in terms of like fashion and clothing. When we think about slang, it's really just a trend. It's a verbal trend, and that's something that is really not part of an elegant lifestyle. So when you think about the clothing of elegant women, it's about classic and timeless pieces. Those things that are never going to go out of style, that you can wear over and over, and they're always stylish. Well, when we think about from a social perspective, being in social situations and using etiquette, You want to be classic and timeless in your words and in your communication as well. So slang is just a trendy way to speak with someone, and that's definitely different words and phrases that you can avoid saying because they are certainly just not elegant and not classy. That's probably the best example I can come up with is the word lit. I don't really keep up with slang, so that's no surprise that I don't have a lot of different examples to share, but I do know that word was used a lot in 2018 and 2019. So when you want to be elegant in conversations, ladies, please, please avoid using slang. The fourth thing to avoid saying in an elegant conversation are negative predictions. So let me give you a few examples. If someone is preparing to go on a trip or packing and they are looking at the weather, you're on the phone with them and they're telling you about their trip and you're predicting that the weather is going to be horrible. You're predicting there will be rain or snow or tornado. That's really not positive. That's not elegant. That's not something classy to add value to a conversation. So any negative prediction, it doesn't really matter what that prediction could be. If it's about the weather, if it's about someone making a certain exam, a certain grade on a certain exam, if it's about someone getting a job offer or anything, any negative prediction that you can come up with where it's not a positive outcome and you're saying to someone, well, that's going to be, a negative outcome anyway. That's really something that you can keep to yourself if that's truly what you think and how you feel. It's never something that you really need to share with someone else because it's just not a positive way to add value to another conversation. Here's another example. Maybe you're talking to a friend or a family member about a recent relationship and you end up saying to them, well, I always knew that you two would break up anyway. That's a negative prediction. That's something that you can really keep to yourself because it's not uplifting, inspiring, encouraging someone in another way. And so anytime you have a negative opinion or a negative prediction about something, if you are thinking those things, it's really best to just keep that to yourself rather than to share it. The fifth phrase to avoid in elegant conversations, because it's truly unladylike, are complaints. Now, this is probably the biggest area that we all can improve upon because complaining is just something we naturally do. If you think about it, it's really human nature, right? You're in traffic and you're complaining about the traffic, or you are maybe working on something and you're complaining because it's really difficult or there's a lot of people that are making it challenging in this project. Or maybe you're getting ready to go to an event, you show up at the event and you're complaining about the event. You don't like the food, you don't like the drinks, you don't like the venue, you don't like the other people there. There are always things that we won't like in any given situation. Whether it's, a particular event you're attending, it's a process or a project you're working on, there's always going to be something that you don't like. But just like with negative predictions, you don't necessarily need to always share your opinion. These are things that if you're thinking them, you can really just keep to yourself. And if you've got to just get it out of your system, share it, write it down in a journal, write it down in a diary, keep it to yourself. You're not adding value to the world around you and to other people when you are complaining or sharing negative words and sharing negative energy. That's just something people don't need. We already have enough negative energy in the world around us that we really don't need any more. Turn on the news and you'll see a negative report in the first 10 minutes, I guarantee you. So you can really add more value and add more positivity to the world by being an elegant woman and really focusing on things that are uplifting and inspiring and not things that are negative to pull and drag people down. So those are a couple of different things and different ways that you can avoid adding any negativity to a conversation. And I really, really hope that this video has maybe inspired you to think a little bit differently in terms of the information you're sharing in a conversation and how you're interacting with others. So these are some unladylike phrases and some unladylike behavior to avoid doing so that you can maintain your elegance and be a classy and elegant woman every single day. Ladies, I would love to know from you. Please share in a comment below, what is your biggest pet peeve? What is the unladylike phrase or unladylike behavior that really just gets under your skin when you see it, notice it, when someone says or does something when you're in a social situation? I would love to know what your pet peeve is. Share with us in a comment below. We will keep the conversation going. Ladies, thank you so much for tuning in to the Modern Lady YouTube channel. I really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you liked it, if it inspired you in any way, large or small, please give it a thumbs up, share some YouTube love. I would appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you again in another video. And until then, bye for now.